And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Sheldon football with the head coach of the Orebs, Tyler Lloyd. Coach, thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, no problem.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your Sheldon team. You started off the year, had a really nice start with some really big lopsided wins to start non-conference play. Now into District 1 play, 1-1 on the record. Tell us a little bit about your team so far.
I think we've been able to get off to a decent start. I mean, obviously, last week we played a juggernaut in Boyd and Rock Valley, and the game like that, you're able to take a lot of things and learn from that. But we also realize we have a long way to go. District play's been tough on us. Our non-district schedule is not as intense as other programs. So we're still learning, trying to find out who we are and get ourselves established.
Well, and let's talk a little bit about last week's game. As you said, a juggernaut in Boyd and Rock Valley. Always tough to play those guys at any time out there, but then also had a few mental errors and a few miscues that really let that game get a little out of hand.
Yeah, I mean the turnovers don't help your cause at all, and the last 2 weeks we've had 5 and 6 turnovers respectively. So we've got a lot of work to do from that standpoint, but that's a coaching thing that we need to emphasize and work on, and we've put those things in place this week, and hopefully we can improve on that area.
Well, and like you said, that's a coaching thing. Definitely those things that happen out there, they're never a good thing to have happen, but it is something that's correctable.
Yeah, and from our standpoint too, we're going to continue to be aggressive, and some of those turnovers have been us being aggressive, but a majority of them have been just lack of focus, lack of attention to detail, and those kinds of things, and that's the area where coaches need to step in, and we got to get fixed, and we've done that, and I'm hoping that as we continue in district play, we're able to clean that up.
Well, let's put your sights ahead on tonight's ball game here. Another week in District 1 play. Once again, another tough game. You're going to go on the road to Central Lyon, George Little Rock. What are some things you expect to see from the Lions?
Well, it's Lyon County football, so I mean the way they run the football is different because they're using the quarterback more than fullback or tailback like they've done in the past. But a very capable runner, physical team, physical ball club, and we've struggled with that the last 2 weeks playing a physical ball club. So we're gonna have to be ratcheted up and ready to go from that standpoint.
What are some things that you think you might see from the Central Lyon, George Little Rock defense that you got to be prepared for?
They're going to pack the box. They had a really good game plan for us last year, and we're able to keep things in front of them. We also got off to a really slow start last year as well. So from that standpoint, it makes it extremely difficult. We're going to have to try to establish the run, and then we're going to have to be opportunistic when we do throw the ball.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your Sheldon Oreb football team. You've had a chance to look at the tape. Obviously, you see what CL-GLR might do to you. What are some things where you think the Sheldon Orebs will be able to have some success?
I think we just need to make plays when there are plays to be made, and we've got to have times where we're opportunistic. You're not going to hit a home run every time you swing for the fences, but we're going to continue to be aggressive from that standpoint, and hopefully we're able to make some big plays. And then special teams, we're going to have to tighten those things down. Central Lyon was able to really turn that game around last week with special teams play, blocking the punt for the score, and then their punt return team kept them on their side of the 50 most of the night, and that really let the game get out of hand. So we're going to have to do better from that standpoint as well. That's been an area of focus for us this week.
Obviously, District 1 football is always some of the toughest around the state of Iowa, but always makes it a little bit tougher when you have to go on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. And, crowd turnout and fan turnout like that, it's different. And there'll be a lot of purple and yellow out to tomorrow night for sure. And we'll see how well we travel. It's tough when you have a game like last week, and it takes a little bit of the wind out of your sails. But we're still an improving ball club, and we're still a long ways from where we want to be as we continue to try to grow this program.
Well, we're 5 games into the season now, and you look at a very physical District 1, as we talked about earlier on, and with that physicality always comes the bumps and bruises. How is your team looking on the injury front?
We've been very fortunate from that standpoint. We're getting some of the soft tissue things that we work on, and limits some kids a little bit. But for the most part, we've been fortunate, and that's something that we cannot afford. We cannot afford to have injuries. I know other teams have had injuries to key players and main players for them, and like I said, up until this point, we've been good. But like you said, it's 2A District 1. It's another physical Friday night, and we're going to have to be ready for that, and hopefully still continue to hold up.
What do you see as some of the keys to picking up a win in Rock Rapids tonight?
Like I said, momentum is a big thing. First team that can kind of grab that, and then keeping momentum. We've really struggled with that. We've had opportunities to, kind of close the door on some teams, and we haven't been able to do that at times this year. And then the biggest thing is to, flush what happened last week from our standpoint and move forward. And, from Central Lion's standpoint, getting their first win last week, they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. So I think momentum will be the deciding factor.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
That is the head coach of the Sheldon Oriams, Tyler Lloyd. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon George Little Rock football with head coach Curtis Seaman. Coach, thanks for joining us once again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joel.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about it. Last week, your first win as the head coach of Central Lyon George Little Rock, and it was nice to get it in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, it was. Anytime you get a win, it's always good in front of the home crowd or the road. But this one was special for our guys. Our coaches, they put a lot of time in. Our players have done a nice job committing to us as coaches and to each other. So overall, it was a good win for us.
Well, and you talk about a good win for the football team out there. They've made the progress from week one. Each week they get a little bit better, and it's a great confidence booster for those guys to finally get over the hump and get that one in the W column.
Yeah, going in, we knew Esterville was a tough team. They had a lot of returning starters. The quarterback was a question if he was going to play or not. We prepared for him to play, but our guys did an outstanding job of preparing. Our coaches did an outstanding job of putting guys in places that they need to be, and overall we played extremely well, I thought, for the most part. We started off a little slow, but picked some things up throughout the game, felt more comfortable as the game went along, and really controlled the game in the second half.
You talk about controlling the game in the second half and starting off a little bit slow. A very tough physical game in the first half. What was said at halftime? What adjustments were made? Because when you came out of the half, you were a completely different ball club.
Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't say too much. It was more or less we just made some subtle adjustments on offense. We defensively we knew we were close. First half we played almost all man coverage. Second half we came out and played almost all zone coverage defensively. Offensively, I felt like we moved the ball pretty well. The first half we scored that touchdown right before half, and then second half we came out and blocking that punt was a huge momentum change for us. Got our guys fired up and scoring touchdown on that was huge, and we know that special teams is a big part. We struggled early on with special teams, but the last couple of weeks we've really improved on special teams, and that's showing within the games.
Well, and you talk about blocking that punt being such a big play there in the third quarter.
One thing this team has kind of struggled with throughout the early part of the year is intensity and being able to get fired up and show that spark out there. After that punt, guys were jumping up and down on the sidelines, and they definitely played with a little extra fire and a little extra moxie in the second half.
Yeah, they did. These guys. Sometimes it shows just a leadership that continues to get better. These guys believe in each other as they get as time goes, and so that's all about momentum, and it's high school football to its finest. These kids, they rely on each other, they're around each other all the time. So I think just that momentum of getting that black punt and get things going in the second half was big for us.
Well, you got that first win of the season out of the way. It doesn't get any easier. This week we are back at home again, but another tough team coming into Dicknall Field, and we get the Sheldon Oravs.
Yeah, we know Sheldon's got, they got almost all their skilled position guys back. Their offensive line is monstrously big for a high school. And so, we had a great week preparing for them, especially on the offensive side of the ball with their skill positions. It's going to be a dogfight out there for us tonight. Turn around and defensively they run a 3-4 defense. We haven't practiced a lot against, but our guys are ready to go and we're ready to battle tonight.
What are some things that you think that you've seen from the tape that Sheldon does that maybe we could take advantage either offensively or defensively?
Their offense, we got to play disciplined football. They run a very similar offense to kind of what we run. They run a lot of RPOs that run pass option, and our secondary's got to play sound football because they will give. We can't give up big plays, and so we really worked on our secondary, our corners and safeties, on what their responsibilities are. D ends and outside linebackers got to take quarterback and running back, and we just got to. If we take care of those responsibilities on defense, we should be okay. Offensively, we just got to drive the ball, do what we do, but do it better this week. There's no secret what they do. They line up pretty straight-laced, don't blitz a lot, and they just have good physical guys up front. So, it's not really going to be about what we haven't seen or what they're going to show. It's just about who's going to come out and play physical football tonight.
One thing that we might see tonight is something kind of unusual for the end of September, and something that we haven't really seen throughout the season yet. Out there tonight, it's going to be 90 degrees today, humid, windy out there. The weather definitely might play an option there. How are we looking coming off that, with the cramping issues possibly?
Yeah, it's one of those things we gotta get kids rotated around and make sure they have, we keep kids fresh for the second half. We don't want to wear them out in the first half and get a poor performance the second half. So we'll get some rotation with some guys going in there, make sure we feel comfortable with the guys that are going in, and hopefully we stay away from the cramping, with the, going into game 5 of the year. Hopefully those guys are prepared for that and stay hydrated throughout the game, and hopefully it doesn't become an issue for us.
Well, we talk about a little bit about the cramping issues. Those are things that can happen throughout the game with the hydration, and something you can prepare for. How about as we work our way through the season, it's starting to become into that week 5 out there, so guys get the bumps and bruises. They're starting to get a few dings. How is the Lions looking on the injury front?
Not too bad. We did lose Zed Hymanson this week at corner and wide receiver, so we're going to see some different guys out there for him. Hopefully he's back here in the next week or two. But Zed's got a calf issue, and he's got a boot right now, so hopefully he gets healthy. But otherwise, just your normal bumps and bruises. Got a couple kids with real bad colds, some strep throat going on right now. But, it's just those type of things that you got to fight through and take better care of yourself and get a good night's sleep.
What are some of the keys to picking up a win over the Oravs tonight?
Just like last week, I think you got to minimize their big plays. We got to create some big plays, and then special teams. I think it's going to be pretty windy out there tonight. So field position is going to be key. We got to get out of. If we get the ball first, we got to get out of our end zone, and and if they get the ball first, we got to corner them in their end of the field, and try to really play the field position battle with them. So those are things that we as coaches look for.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Here at Central Lyon, we offer equal opportunities in a fun learning environment.
Students K through 12 participate in a wide variety of activities in and out of the classroom.
Teachers here at Central Lyon go the extra mile to help students achieve their academic goals.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
The husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
The
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand, picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard, with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand, picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard, with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
The high school band's opened with a Western-style number titled Diablo Canyon. At this time, we direct your attention to the south end of the track, where you'll see the Central Lyon Middle School Band. Watch now as they play the theme song from the smash Broadway and movie hit, Mamma Mia, under the direction of drum major Reagan Van Wyk. We now direct your attention to the north end of the track. We are featuring the George Little Rock Middle School Band. Watch now as they perform the classic rock hit Louie Louie under the direction of Shannon Porberry.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
And we welcome you back to CLGLR Lion Football on Lion Broadcast Network. It's time to go inside the Lions' den once again this week. It is not a rerun from last week, don't get confused, but here we are. We've got Carson Te joining us this week. Carson, thanks for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Carson, let's talk a little bit about the family life. Tell us a little bit about your parents and maybe your brother.
My mom works at the grocery store in Little Rock. She's the manager there, and my dad works for a feed company out of Spencer, Iowa. And then I have a twin brother, Cole, who you saw last week.
Absolutely. We got to see Cole last week. We're glad to have you in here. You're the better brother, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the other side
of the debate.
No, for debate. Perfect. Well, let's talk a little bit about, let's go on the football field. People getting to see your face here, that's a little bit better here. But the one thing that we do know is your brother plays defensive end. He's on one end. You're the other side of the defensive end with the other number on it. So tell us a little bit about your spot on the field and what your jobs are.
My responsibilities include rushing the passer and containing outside.
And we definitely don't want anybody getting on the outside, do we? Well, let's talk about maybe some goals that you have. Defensive linemen, a little bit different. Offensively, they build up all the stats out there. You get to see that. As a defensive guy, what are some goals that you have throughout the year?
Just get stops and help our offense get in a better position. And on punt return, just help them get more first downs so we get them farther down the field, make it a little bit easier on them.
And maybe like a few sacks throughout the year.
Yeah, that works too.
Those are always the fun one. Well, obviously a senior over at George Little Rock High School this year. Tell us a bit about the class load that you're taking.
Well, I got government and personal finance, a couple required classes, and then math and a couple college classes like music appreciation and then college algebra. But
what else can we find you doing throughout the year? Other sports, other activities you might be involved in?
Basketball, baseball, and then I do RSYF at Salem Reformed Church, and that's about it.
Well, as you said, you are a senior. It's your final year at George Little Rock. What are the plans for after high school?
After high school, I plan to go on a 2-year degree, something with AutoCAD or drafting or something like that.
Well, as a senior and an upperclassman, we always like to talk about your senior leadership out there. What is some advice you can give to the underclassmen coming through the program?
Just play your heart out. It's fun, and this year is going to be my last year, so it'll be kind of hard at the end, but just play every play like it's your last and just keep going. It's always fun. Just stay out. You'll get through it. It gets better. Promise.
Well, and you talk about it's your last year here, so lots of things you got to see over the years being a part of Central Line George Little Rock football. What was maybe a memorable moment or maybe the best thing about being on the CLGLR team?
Just like the brotherhood, just going in the weight room every day, going to practice, just having a good time, just always being together. You can trust everybody around you. They're always there to make you better or help you out, just whatever you need, they're always there for you.
Well, Carson, we appreciate you spending some time with us this week, and we wish you the best luck in the future.
Yep, thank you.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
And we welcome you back. It's time to go inside the Lions Den once again this week, where we get to go inside the helmet and get to know a little bit better about our CL-GLR football players. Right now we're being joined by Nate Deach. Nate, thanks for joining us.
No problem, my pleasure.
Nate, let's talk a little bit about your family out there. Tell us where you come from and what's behind the home life.
I come from Iowa City. My parents are Jim and Vicky Childs. My dad is puts in bricks. He does like fireplace installments. My mom is a manager at Grand Falls Casino, and I have a twin brother named Seth. He is also a part of the football team. He is a gunner for the kickoff. And
Just not as tall.
Just not as tall, yep.
Not as tall. Well, let's talk about that football field. Let's talk about you on the field out there. Tell us a little bit about the positions you play and some of the responsibilities.
All right, I am a receiver and kicker. For what I do as a receiver is I block so the running backs can score, also catch touchdown passes. Kicking, well, you got to get that ball down there so the gunners can recover the ball. Punt, you got to send those punt guys back down there to also recover the ball and put the opponent down deep.
All right, well, let's go a little bit more in depth with those positions out there as a receiver, as a kicker. Obviously, going through the season, a few goals set for yourself out there, maybe some team goals and some personal goals that you have as a receiver and kicker.
All right, well, team goals, of course, we're still live to make the playoffs. Goals myself, let's see. I'd like to catch more touchdown passes. Yeah, that's pretty much. Kicking, I'd like to break the record. My longest right now is a 60-yard punt, and the longest is 65.
Well, that'd be a pretty impressive goal to hit. That'd be a nice one to put your name in the record book.
Yep.
Well, let's take you off the football field. Let's bring you inside the classroom. A senior here at Central Lyon this year. What are some of the classes you're taking?
Let's see. I got econ, government, math, science, English, basically all the basics.
And what else can we find you doing around Central Lyon throughout the year?
Let's see. I'm in FFA. You can see me wander in the halls during, between periods. Pretty much it.
And you got a job outside?
Job outside. Work at the casino. I'm a busboy.
And any other sports we're going to see you in?
Track.
See you as a track runner.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Well, as we take you outside of high school, your final year here at Central Lyon, what are some of your plans for next year going forward?
Well, I was thinking about going to SDSU for law enforcement.
Good plan. You got that all set up for you. That'd be a nice place to go off to college and start working on the next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's talk about, as a senior here, you're one of the guys that everybody looks up to. You've been through the program for 4 years. What is some advice you can give to them younger kids about ready to come up?
It goes really fast. Seems like yesterday I was an 8th grader kicking off, and now, senior year, don't take it for granted, guys. It goes by quick.
And let's talk about some of those years again. You've gone through it. As you said, you remember being an 8th grader, now as a senior out there. What is your favorite part about being a CL-GLR?
Basically, I'll never forget that play Nick Whitehead down in Cherokee made it. We got to the playoffs because of that. He blocked the ball right at I think it was the 5. Man, and of course we had a playoff game where it was snowing. That was the best part.
All right, well, buddy, we appreciate you spending some time with us this weekend. We wish you the best of luck.
All right, thanks.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Where the Lions right now, they need to figure some things out. They've given up the big plays, and that's something you can't do with a lot of these teams in the last couple of years, changing up to faster play, going to play action, going to your option style, running, passing, and so on. And right now, Sheldon has the upper hand on the Lions of Central Lyon George Little Rock, and it's going to come down now to what decisions were made at halftime, what changes are going to be made, and which team can adapt quickly here in the second half if those changes do in fact take time to go into tact, or if they go in right away and they can start making the changes happen.
Well, the Lions last week picked up their first win of the season against Estherville Lincoln Central on the strength of 5 second-half touchdowns. They're going to need each and every one of those here tonight to try and claw their way back into this one against the Sheldon Orbs. The bonus is they will get the ball to start the second half, and they're going to have to start and they're going to have to go in a hurry, and definitely don't have any time to waste. The one thing for the Sheldon Orbs over the last couple weeks against MOC Floyd Valley, they had 5 turnovers. Last week against Boynton Hall Valley, they had 6 turnovers. In this game, they're only sitting with 1 turnover, or they don't even have a turnover. They had 1 botched snap, but able to get back on it. So that has definitely been something that they've corrected. And hopefully, if the Lions want to get back in this one, are going to need a few turnovers of their own and catch some breaks.
Well, and exactly, Joel. And I think, I'm sure the coaches of the Orbs have been harping on that fact all week long. We got to eliminate the turnovers and this and that. So Sheldon isn't going to turn the ball over. The Lions are going to have to force the turnovers. They're going to have to put themselves in position in the secondary. They're going to have to get to Glenn Hesslink in the backfield and make him get rid of that ball quicker, or make him think about what he's going to do when he's got that run-pass option, style back there. He's got to make a decision with that ball, and hopefully that ball can get out. But they have to force it. They've got to get some pressure on him, and they haven't done that yet.
Well, and the hard part is with that, they've got the big boys up front. Do the Sheldon Orbs. They're averaging about 260, 265 across the front line. Some very big guys. And one of those other things that Coach Lloyd talked about for the Sheldon Orbs over the last couple weeks has been their lack of physicality. Well, in that first half of play, the Sheldon Orbs definitely were more physical than the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions. That has got to change. The intensity level's got to go up, and then you're going to need some luck to go your way as well.
Well, and exactly, and right now Sheldon guesses a lot on defense with their linebackers, and they're doing a great job of reading our offensive line. They know the linebackers, I think, are out there reading when they want to go, and they make their own decisions, and they're doing a very good job of it. So Our offensive line needs to pick up the blitzing linebackers. Our running backs need to find the holes. I think, that's a big if question mark there. If we can do those two things on the offensive side, you open up that running game, then you open up the passing game. And as far as what our team needs to do on defense, they can't give up that big play, Joel. They've been beat over the top, and they haven't gotten pressure on the quarterback. So if they can get pressure on the quarterback and eliminate that big play over the top of their heads, this could be a different ball game.
Well, they were able to start off the ball game with a couple back-to-back 3-and-outs against Sheldon. Were really doing a great job there, and then had a nice long drive at the end of the first half that rolled into the first quarter that rolled into the second quarter, and before giving up the interception inside the 10-yard line. That was a tough break there for the Lions to end a really nice drive. The big thing is, here they go. The Lions are getting ready to start things off here in the second half. They will receive the ball. Kyle Borhave on to do the kicking duties for the Sheldon Orams. He has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. The Lions return men of Nick White and Colton Van Beek stand back at their own 16-yard line, expecting a short kick with this win. Low end-over-end kick caught by White at the 17-yard line. Starts to make his way up the middle of the field. Now cuts back. He's got a seam around the guys and trips as he crosses the 45-yard line, trying to make too many cuts. He was out in daylight. Nick White just about had himself a great start to the second half. Nonetheless, a good starting field position for the Lions.
Yeah, Nick White doing a great job there, Joel, on that 45-yard line. I don't even know if anybody got a hand on him. It looked like he tripped right over the white line, but nonetheless, great starting position here for the Lions, and they need to get this momentum and take it away from Sheldon and start using it to their advantage.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to the guy who does the mowing around here. 4 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left here. Empty backfield. Sweep play here for Lucas Nagel. He's got blockers in front of him. Cuts it up the field. Has 5 or 6 yards out to the 46-yard line into Sheldon territory. And a good gainer on first down for the Lions.
Yeah, a little bit of extra activity over there on the sideline I was watching, but nonetheless, Nagel doing a great job. Looks like they're going to give him about a long 5, it looks like. So a good pickup there on first down.
Second down and about 5 here for the Lions at the Sheldon 46-yard line. Receivers set out wide to each side. Wing backs are in tight. Running back alongside Nagel. Man in motion is Metzger. Rolling out, looking to pass here. Has Metzger in the flat. Just overshoots him. Throwing a little bit above and behind him. Metzger cannot come down with it.
Yeah, once again, Borhave, he's a pretty tall stand-up kid out there on that outside line, 6'5". So, to get that ball over top of his arms and drop it down into Metzger's is a tall task, even with Nagel standing up there pretty tall too. But nonetheless, the ball lands on the ground, and it will be third down now for the Lions.
Third down and 5 here. Twin receivers to each side. Running back alongside Nagel in the shotgun. Nick White now in motion. They'll fake to him. Quick pitch there to the left side to Van Beek. He cuts through the backers there. Has positive yards. Fighting for more. Won't have enough for the first down as he is pushed back at the 43-yard line. And it'll bring up fourth down and a long 1 here for CLGLR. And once again, they'll have to make the choice if they're going to go for it or try and play field position.
Well, and I think this is a no-brainer here in the third quarter, Joel. I think with the wind behind your back, any time that you're in the Sheldon territory, you need to be going for it just because of the fact that you have the wind behind your back. And it looks like Nagel's going to be in the quarterback, but he does pooch kick out of this position as well.
Nagel up there, trips to the right, has a running back alongside him. They'll hand off to that running back is Van Beek across the 40-yard line to the 39. Big gainer there on 4th and 1. They got 4. A good push there by the offensive line there for the Lions, and that's something we haven't seen much of tonight.
No, they did a great job there, especially with it only being a yard. You would almost think every team's going to run this ball up the middle, but Sheldon has been burnt a couple times on the outside, and they were going to play contain there and let their defensive linemen tackle him.
Empty backfield again. Nagel's going on the sweep again. They got everybody out in front. He's going to the corner. Around the corner he goes, tries to get through the linebackers, has positive yards before being drugged down, but a gain of 3, possibly 4, depending on where they spot the ball. Looked like Borhave and Van Maro getting in on the tackle for the Orabs.
Yeah, and they're the ones coming from the cross side of the field, so they're an outside linebacker on that side. I think it was Barwick. I believe he does a great job of keeping Nagel contained for a short gain on first down.
Only going to give him 2, 2nd down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Handoff goes to Van Beek. He's across the first down marker and more as he gets down to the 26-yard line, and a great counter play for the Lions to bust a big one.
Yeah, right there. Does a great job. The lineman doing a great job of getting outside there for Van Beek. Stegeman for the Orabs probably making a touchdown-saving tackle nonetheless, at least a big gainer because Van Beek looked like he had the sideline.
9:29 to go here in the third quarter. Lions trail by 3 touchdowns, but they're on their opening drive here and looking good so far. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Twins to the left, single to the right, and they will get the outside linebacker to jump off sides. And a good job as they brought the man in motion was Metzger going in motion and coming across the line of scrimmage there, I do believe was Stegeman possibly.
Yeah, it was either the outside linebacker, I think it was Stegeman, but nonetheless going to pick up a free 5 yards there on first down. Going to leave it first down and only 5 now, so this might change the play call. It looks like it's going to for the Central Line George Little Rock Lions.
First down and 5, ball on the 21-yard line. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Running back alongside Nagel. Man in motion. They'll hand off to the motion man. No quarterback keeper. Up the middle is Nagel. He's got positive yards, probably 4. Going to be short of the first down marker, but sets up second down and 1 here for the Lions.
Yeah, and I see our gameplay change. You know, I was talking about Borhave on the outside. Well, we've kind of canceled going around his side. We're just going up the middle and forcing those inside linebackers to try and find the ball, and they're not quite as quick to the ball as what Borhave has been. So far we've seen a little bit of gameplay change here by the Lions.
Second down and a long 1, short 2. Man in motion is Metzger. Back to pass. Deep to the corner they go for Wright. Brady Wright catches it in the end zone for the Lion touchdown. Great fake to Metzger, dropping back to pass. Brady Wright gets behind the coverage of Philip Kane, and the ball is placed perfectly in the breadbasket for the Lion touchdown.
Yeah, and Nagel didn't even need to think about where to throw it. He just had to throw that 500 ball up there for Brady Wright. Throws a great fake out to Metzger in the flat. Everybody bid on it. Even I was looking at Metzger, and you look upfield, and there stands Brady Wright in the end zone with no one around him.
Right on the touchdown catch there, his first touchdown of the season. Now he's on to do the holding duties. Carter Krall on to do the kicking here for the Lions. Lions run the swinging gate formation as they will get lined up here for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good as well. With 8:14 to go here in the third quarter, Lions trail Sheldon 20-7. You're listening to Central Lion George Little Rock football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field, Central Lion George Little Rock striking first here to open up the second half of play. And doing what they needed to do, they took the ball, they marched it right down the field and punched it in for the touchdown to cut into the deficit. Lopez has the ball teed up, a big kick down to the corner over the top of the head and caught and run down by the return man for the Sheldon Orabs and hit way inside the 10-yard line. Trying to cross the field there was Hunter Lang and nothing doing. Lions explode on him and pin him deep there. That is exactly the way you want to start things off. And the Lions are doing things right so far.
Yeah, Cade Greasy coming up there big as Hunter Lang takes that ball and gonna pin him deep. So right here, a little bit of the shift of the momentum, Joel. Let's see if the Lion defense can take what the offense just did out there and the special teams and use that to their advantage.
Well, hopefully the defense can get a 3 and out and get some good field position. Klein Hessling back to pass, looks over the right side to Tyler Lode. He breaks the first tackle, gets across the 20-yard line to the 24 before he's pushed out of bounds. And just like that, Sheldon is out of harm's way with an easy play. Tyler Lloyd does a great job of first making the catch, then eluding Carter Krall to pick up the first down yardage. First down and 10. Hurry up offense at the 24-yard line. They'll hand up. Now they'll pass left side over to Kane. Kane will break for the sidelines there. Runs through a tackle of Van Beek, but Van Beek will pull him down after a gain of 3.
Yeah, right there. Van Beek does a great job of shucking off the block and making that tackle in open field, is not allowing him to get outside of him. And short pickup there on first down.
Second down and 7 here. Sheldon slowing it down a little bit. They'll send twin receivers to the left side, single to the right. Still looking to get the play in. Klein Hesslink in the shotgun. Standing alongside him is Brady Prescott. Man in motion now as they hand off to Prescott. No, Klein Hesslink keeps. He's bottled up as soon as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard or two. Looks like it's going to be about third down and 5 as it's spotted right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, right there, our defensive line coming up big, and now right here you have a big third down for this Central Line Georgia Little Rock defense.
Sheldon will line up here. They'll send trip receivers to the right, single to the left. Prescott alongside Klein Hesslink. Third down and 5. Dropping back to pass, looking over the middle field. Has his man Kyle Borhave right at the sticks. He falls forward for a few extra, but enough for another chain mover and a Sheldon first down.
Yeah, we haven't really had an answer for Borhave all night. You know, like you said, he's 6'5", he's 210. He's a big kid out there as a wide receiver, and he's just going to fall forward for another 2 yards, even though he had the first down. But nonetheless, them extra yards make a big difference in a football game.
Trips to the left, single to the right. Now man in motion once again. This time it's Tyler Murley. They'll hand off to Prescott up the middle. He's bottled up in the backfield, brought down. Lucas Nagel on the tackle for the loss. And it'll set up second down and 11 for the Orebs.
Yeah, nowhere to run there for Prescott. Our defensive line does a great job of digging in and containing. Prescott dances around. Nagel comes in for the cleanup.
Prescott really hasn't had much success so far in this game, but you got to do it to keep them honest because they've been really selling the fakes. Second down and 11. Quick pass over to the right side to Kane. He bobbles it, comes up with the catch, but slides down and takes a hit from Parker Netton. Only going to be 1 yard back to the original line of scrimmage, but dangerous pass there once again. If Kane bops that thing up in the air, that could go the other way. Third down and a long 9, short 10, it looks like, for the Orebs as they look to the sidelines. Now starting to use some clock. 5:45 to go here in the third quarter. Sheldon leading 20-7. All 3 of their touchdowns came in the second quarter. Trips left, single right. Man in motion. Now they fake the hand. They go quick pass over the left side. Lloyd drops the ball. Now he's got pursuit. They're going to say incomplete pass. Never made the catch. And that'll bring up fourth down in a punting situation. The Lions defense, they get a hold.
Yeah, great job there by the defense, only giving up 1 first down. And, you know, you got to keep that field position as well. You have that win, you know, half of the quarter is already gone. And we've gotten 1 touchdown out of them, but Sheldon's doing a great job. They kind of keep the ball a little longer, and right now this punt could be a big factor in this game.
Borhave on to do the kicking duties. A low end-over-end kick hits at the 42-yard line, takes an Oreb bounce inside the 35 to the 34, whereas it's down, and the Lions will take over for their second offensive set. And Matt, hopefully the defense did their job. Hopefully the offense can continue to do theirs and build on that last drive and see if they can't move the ball down the field once again.
Yeah, you know, they've done a great job. You can tell that they switched up their play call, and they're running the ball a little more between the tackles, not getting outside, even though that's where the big plays are. But so far they've done a good job of keeping Sheldon more bunched in the middle. It's going to open things up, hopefully, for them later on.
Empty set here. They'll hand off to the motion man of White over the right side there. He'll get up the field, has about 4 yards on first down for Nick White. Nick White getting a good load of carries here and really doing a good job when he can get to the edge.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a lot of strength in all of our running backs so far tonight. Nick White, Colton Van Beek, Nagel when he gets outside. You see a different running back from Netton. So you see a bunch of different looks from our running back position, as well as these guys are all hands guys, so you're going to see them on the outside edges too. So it's a big seeing where the personnel is out there.
Nagel in the empty backfield once again. He's going to try and run trap play to the weak side. He's got first down yardage with some blockers across the first down marker, out across the 45 to about the 47-yard line, and another gainer. Good job there by the Lions. They'd been showing a strong side run with that quad set there, and this time they went weak side and able to catch Sheldon off guard.
Looks like there is some laundry out on the field.
Holding penalty against the Lions is going to negate the run there by it, and that is the sophomore for the Lions out there. And I believe that was Peyton.
It was Deach.
Was it Deach out there, Nate Deach?
Yep.
Didn't know if it was Peyton Malden. He'd been switching in with Deach. Deach actually filling in for Hymanson. And Deach will get called for the hold, bringing it back. It'll be 2nd down and 9 now after the penalty. Empty set again, trips to the left. Man in motion is Netton this time. He'll come across and set in that wingback formation. Running left side, strong side sweep here for Nagel. He's looking to cut it up the field, puts the head down across the 35 to the 36, maybe the 37. We'll see what they actually give him. Not much of a gain on that one, only about 2. And they'll set up 3rd down and long here with 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, a little bit of a tester here now for the offense of the Lions. A long 3rd down. You do have the wind with you yet, so you don't need to take that big shot, but you do need to keep this ball moving. I do believe if you get close enough to a short 4th down, I do think you can go for it, so we'll see what they decide to do here.
Lions have a running back in the backfield, net, and he goes into the swing pass formation. He'll get it out in the flat, gets it up the field, powers his way across the 40 to the 42, and going to be about 2 yards short. So like I said, Matt, they're close. 4th down and 2. Lions are going to hurry up on it, and we'll see if they decide to go for it here once again. Going to try a hurry-up offense and maybe try and get Sheldon to go on the hard count.
Yeah, we're going to see here real quick if head coach Curtis even wants to go for it, or if he's just going to let Nagel do his rugby-style punt with Sheldon with nobody back. Could be a big change as well in field position.
And Nagel will go into that rugby punt formation, puts the head down, fights forward. I do believe he's got it. He's close. He's to that 44-yard line. He got hit in the backfield, but second effort. He's a big dude. He's hard to bring down. He does fight forward. He'll have the gainer. Sheldon was ready for it. They knew what was coming, but just couldn't stop it.
Yeah, and that play call right there, I think, was just a read by Nagel. You take that ball and you just figure out how to get that 1st down.
Trips to the left, single to the right here. Netton in the backfield. They fake to him, pass in the flat to White. White is hit immediately, and not sure if he did. He did make the catch. Going to be a loss of 1 on the catch there. Helmet come off, so White will have to come out of the ball game as his helmet fell off there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11. That might have been a pass you just let hit the ground.
Yeah, and it's tough to tell, too, because you do have a blocker out there, and he's just got to make one block. Well, he makes the block on one guy, but the outside linebacker was there very quickly.
Empty backfield again. All receivers to the right side. Here comes the man in motion is Kral. We'll hand out to Kral. Kral's got the corner, cuts it up the field. Sidesteps a few defenders across the 50 into Sheldon territory and brought down at the 48-yard line. And going to be well short of the 1st down marker by about 3 or 4 yards. And Lions will be set up 3rd down and a long 2, short 3, as it is marked between the 47 and the 48-yard line there. Lions have some options, though. This is where they want to be at in 3rd down and short situations. Gives them that run-pass option and different guys that they can use looks at. 4 receivers to the left, single wingback to the right side. He'll come in motion is Kral. They'll hand off to him. He'll get it up the field, cuts it up, trying to break free from some tackles, gets wrapped up and brought to the ground. Kyle Borhave once again. I don't know how he made it in there. He over-pursued and just reached the big paw out and able to grab hold of Carter Kral and bring him back. 4th down once again. Lions hurry up on the ball. 4th and 1 at the Sheldon 47-yard line. 1:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lions trail 20-7. Empty backfield, trips right, Twins to the left. And a flag will fly here. A timeout will be called by Coach Eben. Eben calling a timeout at the last second. We'll take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back with more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
The
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field, 4th down and 1 for Central Lyon George Little Rock at the Sheldon 47-yard line. Lions lining up as they might attempt to go for it here once again as they trail 20-7 with 1:21 to go here in the third quarter. Nagel in the empty backfield there, stands back at his own 48-yard line, rolls out. Now he fakes the pass. He will pass deep down the field, finds absolutely nobody. And the closest person to that was the Sheldon defender. And the Lions will turn it over on 4th down. Matt, definitely maybe some better options there on the 4th down and 1.
Well, yeah, and I'm almost starting to wonder if that was a miscommunication between Nagel and Deitch, as he was probably our closest Lion receiver out there. But coming out of a timeout, you've got to be on the same. You got to be on the same page.
That's right. There should have been no miscommunication on that one. Out of the timeout, Lions turn it over on down. Sheldon back with the ball in their possession. Good starting field position on their own 47-yard line. Twins to the left. They'll hand up to Prescott over the middle. He'll fight for some tough yards out to the midfield marker. And he'll be brought down at the 50-yard line. Pickup of 3 on 1st down.
Yeah, Prescott still just running hard right up the middle, and that time he does get a couple yards.
Got a man down on the field there for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Looks to be Matt Matuska, the middle linebacker, in on that tackle. And maybe got his leg rolled up on there as the trainers are working on that leg.
Yeah, and right now it doesn't look too good for him. It looks like he is in pain. So both teams going to huddle on the sideline here. And looks like they're just going to have a mandatory water break with only 1:02 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Matuska down on the turf there after making the tackle there. 2nd down and 7 will be coming for the Orabs. Orabs with the ball with 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Lions came out firing right off the bat in the third quarter, marched it down the field, able to put the touchdown on the board. A 17-yard touchdown strike from Nagel to Brady right in the corner of the end zone to cut into that lead. Lions able to get the ball back after a stop on the Sheldon Orabs, but then can't do anything with it, turning it over on downs back to Sheldon here with 1 minute to go. They've got to stand tall here once again. Lions with only 1 minute to go, basically just over a quarter to play, down 2 touchdowns, Matt. The Lions defense is going to be called upon here to get the ball back and give the offense as many chances as possible to try and score. Sheldon will break the huddle, send twins to the right, single to the left. They'll hand off. Prescott right side has some running room. Cross the 45 to the 42-yard line. Should be enough for 1st down yardage. And Brady Prescott, that's probably the biggest run he's had all day.
Yeah, he does a great job of staying right behind his 2 big outside tackles, number 69, Nordgaard, and number 71, Dykstra. Both them boys weighing in at a combined weight of 520 pounds. So staying behind those 2 big boys, you got a wall in front of you.
Yeah, it's easy to hide behind the big guys like that. That is something Sheldon has. They are big up front. Twins to the left, single to the right. Prescott stands alongside Klein Hesselink. Now coming in motion is Tyler Murray. They'll hand off Prescott right up the middle across the 40 to the 39 for another 3-yard gain on that one. And Sheldon, knowing they've got a 2-touchdown lead, they've slowed it down from what they were going with earlier and just trying to work the clock, doing some power football with Brady Prescott.
Yeah, and they know our defense has been on the field a lot in the first half, and they're just starting to really wear us down. And they're really, I think, trying to make their play calls a little more accurate here as the third quarter is going to come to a close.
Sheldon will call that a third quarter. They'll let the clock run out after 3 quarters of play. The Sheldon Orabs lead Central Lyon George Little Rock's 20-7. We'll be back after this short break and more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
And we welcome you back here to Dicknall Field. Start of the fourth quarter. Sheldon with the ball and the lead, 20-7 over the Central Lyon George Lark Lions. Lions able to cut into the lead in the third quarter. Now just need to try and get a defensive stop to do some more damage. But Sheldon playing some power football as Brady Prescott runs it again for another 3-yard gain.
Yeah, I think they're going to kind of put this remaining time right there on Prescott. They're kind of just going into defensive mode, but hey, if you're picking up 2 to 3 yards every time and you get that 1 for 5 or 6, that's a first down. So that defense needs to stand tall and don't break here shortly.
You got some big hog mollies up there. They're going to fake. Now they'll pass out to the outside. Tyler Lloyd. Lloyd just sidesteps the defender, gets to the outside. He's off to the races. No one will catch him, and Tyler Lloyd will walk in for the 37-yard touchdown on the quick pass there. That is something he's been able to do. He's catching that ball in the flat, sidesteps Colton Van Beek, and nobody gets anywhere near him, and the Sheldon Orebs have extended their lead.
Yeah, Lowe just showing his speed there. He got to the outside, and he put on the afterburners. And once again, the Lions, they're getting beat on the outside. They got beat over the top now for the third time tonight. So got to be rethinking this defensive strategy.
Yeah, Lions giving up another big play there, the third touchdown of over 30 yards. All 4 touchdowns for the Orebs come from 25 or more out. Extra point is up and good with 11:22 to play in the fourth quarter. The Sheldon Orebs have extended their lead 27-7 over Central Lyon George Little Rock. We'll be back with more when we return to more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field here, Sheldon scoring on once again to extend their lead to 27-7. This time, Jaden Klein-Hessling hooking up with Tyler Lloyd for a 37-yard touchdown pass. Ball is teed up here for the Orebs. Borhave will give the ball a boot over the head of Van Beek at the 4-yard line and into the end zone for the touchback. That'll bring the ball back out to the 20, and the Lions will go from there. And with time running out and trailing by 3 touchdowns, Matt, you got to go early and you got to go often.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more quick plays here. You're going to see us pass the ball quite a bit more. You've got to start to try and open up the offensive playbook a little bit and get down the field in a hurry.
The hard part about that, too, is when you try and open things up and trying to play in a hurry and get the big play, is sometimes you make big mistakes, and that's something the Lions cannot cost them, or this game could get out of hand really quick. Nagel breaks the huddle. He'll send trip receivers to the right side there. Empty backfield for him. Wingback set off to his right. Man in motion is White. They'll hand off to Nick. Nick will cut it up the field. He's wrapped up as he crosses the 20 out to the 22, maybe the 23 for a small gain on first down.
Yeah, right there just trying to get around the edge, and that's something that we've been trying to do. It worked well in the first quarter, and right there, White, the linebackers for the Orebs just pursued Nick White very well and bring him down after a very short gain.
Yeah, with this 3-4 defense, the Orebs defenders, those linebackers really flow well to the running back, and they get to the ball in a hurry. 2nd down and 7 here for the Lions as they break the huddle. Nagel in the backfield, 4 receivers to his left, single to his right, man in motion, fake to him, looks over the top of the field, has Carter Krall. Carter Krall just can't make the catch there. And just off the fingertips as it goes through his hands, Carter Krall definitely knows that one's on him, but that's the miscues that you can't have at this point in the game.
Yeah, and Carter Kroll, like you say, just over the fingertips, might have heard a couple of footsteps as the safety Hunter Lang was in his area, but nonetheless need to come down with that ball and hopefully hold on to it after the hit.
Third down and long here now. Ball just shy of the 23-yard line. Nagel in the shotgun. Van Beek alongside him. Everybody in tight. Back to pass. Underneath they throw to Kroll. Kroll makes the catch, but is just swallowed up immediately. Borhave, the linebacker, comes flying through. Notices the screen is coming and comes back, makes the play. Only allows 3 yards, and fourth down coming, and another punting situation for CLGLR.
Yeah,
Colton Buss on to do the punting duties here for the Lions. Stands back at his own 11-yard line, ready to give the ball a boot. Man came early, but no flags down. A great kick there by Buss as he gets over the top. Tyler Lode makes the catch at the 35 through the first line of a defense. Now sidesteps Nick White, but White does get a hold of him and brings him down just shy of the midfield marker. And Lions definitely thought that they had an offsides penalty there. But nonetheless, no penalty flag comes down, and Sheldon will take over once again right at midfield.
Yeah, another good punt there by Colton Buss. He's doing a pretty good job. Lode showing his speed after he picks it up. Shakes about 3 defenders. Nick White eventually brings him down, but nonetheless, Sheldon's going to take over right at the 50-yard line. So looking to march it again into Lion territory.
1st and 10 right at midfield here for the Orabs with a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. They'll fake the hand. Now they look down. Now deep over the pass, right over the middle of the field. Man is caught down there is Tyler Murray, and a 50-yard touchdown. And once again, a big strike offense here for the Sheldon Orabs, able to burn the Lions secondary and get down the middle of the field 50 yards to Tyler Murray, and they have blown this game wide open.
Yeah, right there you've got Clint Hessling throws a great fake pass out to the flat. Everybody on the Lions defense takes a step forward, and Murray right over the top as an easy touchdown pass.
As you said, everybody bid on it. They looked at that flat pass there out in the open, and that's something Sheldon has done all game long. That time they fake it, they go deep, and nobody there. Bad snap there. The ball still gets up and away, and the kick is no good. 9:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. Sheldon leads Central Lyon Georgia 33-7. We'll be back with more from Dicknall Field and more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network. Back at Dicknall Field, the Sheldon Orabs have back-to-back touchdowns on back-to-back big strike passes here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead 33-7 over Central Lyon George Little Rock in this District 1 matchup. Ball is kicked away by Borhave, angling to the 10, picked up there by Nick White. He'll make his way down the sidelines across the 20, across the 24, almost to the 25. Before being brought down, Lions will take over once again. 9:39 to go here, Matt, and trailing by a bunch of scores. This is one of them games where you want to move the ball down the field. You'd like to score again, but in the same aspect, you almost got to play a little bit defensively and not let this one get any more out of hand.
Yeah, exactly, Joe. I think we're going to still see our offense go down the field as it looks like we're missing some personnel on the field. So we're waiting for a lineman to get out there. But nonetheless, like you say, you can still take them shots, but you still got to be thinking in the back of your head, if you go 3 and out right away again, you're leaving Orabs with a very good field position.
Lions break the huddle. They'll send twin receivers to each side. Man in motion is Carter Kroll. Flags will fly as the Orabs, a little bit too antsy, jump off sides here. And we'll see what the penalty flag is, as they're thinking maybe Nick White might have moved early to draw the defense off. And we'll see what the penalty flag is for. It is an encroachment on Sheldon, so a free 5 yards for the Lions. Move the ball down the field without moving the clock, so that is a big advantage. First down and 5 now at the 28-yard line. Lions break the huddle. Twin receivers to each side once again. Parker Netton in the backfield next to Nagel. Nagel calls it out, tries to hand it off. Now he'll keep it himself. Rolls over left side, swarmed as he crosses the line of scrimmage. Might have got positive yards. Ball came out. Borhave up with it, but they'll say forward progress was stopped before the ball was stripped. And Kyle Borhave, man, he has just been all over it there. He came behind the quarterback there and just pulled the ball free, and a lucky break for the Lions.
Yeah, he's lucky that we're lucky that the whistle had blown, because no one was obviously going to get a hold of Borhave, as he was already 10 yards behind everybody else, headed into the end zone. So break there for the Lions, but now you got second down, and you got short yardage here, so maybe you take a shot here, Joel.
Yeah, second down and 4 here for the Lions. They'll send trip receivers to the right. They got a wing back to the left, wide out left. Fake to the motion man. They throw into the flat. They've got their man. That's Brady Wright. He's got first down yardage, but it's stripped away. Going the other way, it is Tyler Lode. And it is Philip Kane, actually, and he returns it 32 yards for the Sheldon touchdown. Brady Wright had the first down, but had the ball stripped away, and Brady comes up hobbling.
Yeah, and right there, the refs may have blown their whistle maybe just a hair too early in the play before the ball was stripped, and that play right there, they let it go on a little too long, as Brady Wright had his moving forward motion stopped, but nonetheless, Kane takes the ball out of his hands and takes it in for the score.
Brady was trying to fight for extra yards, and the officials noticed that and allowed the play to continue, and Philip Kane takes it 32 yards. On to do the kicking duties once again. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. 40-7. Sheldon leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field, Sheldon once again on the scoreboard. This time, Philip Kane, a 32-yard fumble return for the touchdown. Brady Wright had the catch for the first down, but stripped away, and Kane took it the other way for the Orab touchdown. Borhave gives the ball a boot down the middle of the field. A short kick bounces at the 17-yard line, picked up by White. White makes his way through the middle of the field across the 35 to the 36. Before being brought down. 8:53 to go here in the fourth quarter, Matt. And just like we said on that last possession, you got to play to score, but you also got to play not to give the ball back to the other team and give them any opportunities as well.
Well, yeah, and the big storyline of this game right here is going to be field position and turnovers right now. And right now, if I kept stats on field position, I know it wouldn't be good, but right now that turnover margin right now is in big favor of the Orabs, and that's probably the main reason why this score is as big as it is.
And that is something that Sheldon said coming in. They wanted to reverse the luck that they've had. They've been the ones turning it over, and tonight they've been getting them in their favor. Man in motion is White. They will flip out to the right side there to Colton Van Beek. Van Beek will cut it up the field for no gain back to the line of scrimmage. Might have given him a yard of forward progress as he dove at the end for out to the 37-yard line. They will give him one.
Yeah, and right there, just Sheldon was very good at pursuing the ball. Them linebackers are still pursuing very well out there as we're trying to get around the edge to get that big play, and it just has not been there here in the second half.
Nate Klingenberg is checked in for Central Lyon. George Little Rock at the quarterback spot. The junior quarterback now in the ball game running the show. Trips to the left, singles to the right. He'll hand off left side there. Colton Van Beek will cut through the line up forward across the 40 to the 44-yard line. And it'll be about a 7-yard pickup there on second down, set up third down and short for CLGLR.
Yeah, and right there, just running between the tackles. Yeah, we've got some personnel changes out there. We'll try and get them over as we can. Looks like the offensive line has stayed the same for the most part, but everybody else out on the field for the Central Lyon Georgia Little Rock Lions has gone to either the JV or the B-string the backups right away.
Klingenberg back in the shotgun once again. Man in motion this time is Cade Greasy, and they will try and fake to him, go up the middle with the quarterback eaten up immediately. My Sheldon not fooled on the fake there. They swallow him up for a loss on the tackle there. Not quite sure who had that one.
I got Jonah Dockin, I'm going to say. He's a senior, 6'2", 220 in the backfield there for the Arabs. Going to wrap up for the loss.
Loss of about 3 there for Klingenberg. Back to punt again will be Buss. He'll stand at his own 22-yard line, ready to give the ball the boot. Prescott back with Load to do the receiving duties. Low spiraling kick will bounce at the 36. And Prescott will sidestep a few defenders. Flags will come down as he crosses the 40 and then drugged down out of bounds there by Parker Netton. But some flags back in the area of a block in the back or a hold possibly at the 38-yard line.
Looks like there appears to be 2 flags out on the field, so obviously being spot fouls on a punt, we will see which one that they go with.
Both block and the back penalties. Looks like it is for the same block. Just both officials seeing it. It'll be a 10-yard mark-off. They'll walk it back from the 35. So Sheldon will take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Lions subbing in some of those guys, getting into the ball game once again. And looks like Jaden Klingenberg checking in at a defensive end spot. Also in there, Riley Schneekloff at D tackle.
Looks like Sheldon's still going to maintain their regular starting offense for the most part, as Klein Hesselink is still at the position.
Klein Hesselink in the ball game. He'll hand off to Load over the left side. He'll break it to the outside to the 35-yard line. Very close to a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. If it's right at the 35, he has got it. But it looks like they might be a little bit short. So about half a yard. So 2nd down and half a yard. Niall Christensen checks into the ballgame. Tyler Vandenhover also in as well. Austin Metzger at safety. They'll fake the handoff. Klein Hesselink will run forward. He'll have first down yardage, be wrapped up there by every CL-GLR defender. All 11 purple jerseys around the ball there. That's a positive thing to see.
Yeah, that's a great thing to see out there, especially with these most of them being out there as backups, that they're getting to the ball in this and doing very good pursuing, as Sheldon will pick up a first down there on 2nd down.
Klein Hesselink still in the ball game. Prescott as well. The first teamers still on the field here for the Sheldon Orebs as they lead 40-7 with 6.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. And it looks like they are going to run the clock down as far as they can, maybe possibly call timeout. And then you might see them bring in some of the substitutions, or at least you would hope so.
Yeah, I think they've got them huddled over there on the sideline as they're going to make a complete change here on their offense. I would think that's the call here, the reason of the timeout.
Sheldon calls timeout with 6:14 to go here in the 4th quarter, leading 40-7. Both these teams came into District 1 play here. Tonight's game 1-1 in the district, looking to separate themselves in that district matchup and keep their playoff hopes alive with just one loss in the district out there. Boyd, All Rock Valley, and Sioux Center obviously on top at 2-0 apiece. MOC, Floyd Valley, CLGLR, Sheldon, and Cherokee all at 1-1. Obviously, Sheldon looking like they will move to 2-1 here tonight. MOC, Floyd Valley at Cherokee, another battle out there for those 1-1 teams. So some separations in the district race you will see after tonight's ball games throughout District 1 play. Orebs do bring in the second teamers. We'll see what we can do and get you a few of these guys that are coming into the ball game. Man in motion here for Sheldon looks to be Spencer Kuiper. Kuiper, they fake to him, try and go up the middle. Nothing doing there for Jack Jungarius. Jungarius tried to make the tackle, or tried to get forward, and he might have gotten a yard, but looks like they might put him right back at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right now you've got number 10, Brennan Radke, the junior quarterback, 5'8", 170 for Sheldon, taking over the reins from Klein Hesselink. And we'll see what the Sheldon Orab offense decides to do now.
Radke with twins to each side here. Now man coming in motion is Johannes, and Johannes makes the fake. Then they go up the middle to Blake Locke. Locke is wrapped up after a yard and brought down.
Yeah, it looks like in on the tackle there for the Lions, number 66, Cole Riemersma. junior defensive tackle, weighing in at 170, coming up the stop there on second down.
3rd down and 9 at the 39-yard line for Radke. He brings his man in motion as Kuiper again. Now Radke rolls out right side, looks out for Kuiper, can't find him, just off the front of the fingertips. Ball falls incomplete. 4th down and 9 in a punting situation here for Sheldon. They'll kick the ball away with 5 minutes to go here in this game. As Sheldon, as we said, it will look like they will move on to win. Couple things coming up here as the Lions will hit the road next Friday night, as the Lions will go to Pocahontas area. We invite you all to come on down to Pocahontas, support the Lions. If not, make sure you tune in to us here on the Lion Broadcast Network. Good punt here for Sheldon to get the ball up over the top there. It looked like it went to, was that Trey Murray possibly on that one? Not Trey Murray. Trey was the other return man.
Looks like it would be number 22, Cade Greasy, the junior. Going to see him quite a bit. He's a wide receiver, also going to play in the secondary on the defense. So it's good to see him getting quite a bit of playing time, as he will look to fill a role hopefully next year. And hopefully he's got some good playing time in his belt now.
Lions will come out here. They'll take over again here. 1st down and 10. Nate Klingenberg, the junior quarterback, running the show. Standing alongside him, looks as if we have Bryce Vanderweerd in the backfield. Vanderweerd can't make the handle. The ball hits the ground. Scramble for it underneath. And the ball will go to the Sheldon Orabs. So a fumble for CL-GLR for Vanderweerd. Just never had the ball in his hands and bobbles it as it hits the ground. It goes back to Sheldon here. A couple things coming up. As we said, Pocahontas going on the road. Next time we come back here to Dicknall Field is a couple weeks away. It'll be homecoming week, the week of October 2nd through the 6th. Make sure you celebrate homecoming week here in the 1st of October. Also the book fair and hot lunch week, and a blood drive on Wednesday, October 4th here at Central Lyon High School. Sheldon back here, and Radke back in the quarterback spot for Sheldon. He rolls out right side, looks deep down the field, has his man Trey Murray, tries to make the stop over the top, can't quite get it. The catch is made in the end zone. Dakota Johannes, the catch from 25 yards out, and Sheldon tacks on another one here late in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I like that right there. You know, Trey Murray had great position, just does not turn around and find the ball. Puts his hands up even, but he's got to turn around after face guarding him all the way down the sideline. He's got to turn around and find that ball in the air. And Sheldon, like you said, Joel, tacks on another one to go up 46-7 with still 4:44 here in the 4th quarter.
46-7 here. The extra point to come here. That will put us in running time formation. And with all everything else said and done here, Sheldon's the second teamer is getting some points on the board. Kick is up here for Sheldon. The kick is good. 4:44 to go in the ballgame. Sheldon leading Central Lyon George Lodart 47-7. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Here at Central Lyon, we offer equal opportunities in a fun learning environment.
Students K through 12 participate in a wide variety of activities in and out of the classroom.
Teachers here at Central Lyon go the extra mile to help students achieve their academic goals.
Central Lyon, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dicknall Field with 4:44 to go here in the ball game. Lions trailing Sheldon 47-7. The second teamers for the Orabs getting on the board this time here to extend the lead and put us at the running time portion here of this ball game. And Matt, in this game, definitely we thought this was going to be a lot closer game. The Lions coming off a big win last week over Esterville Lincoln Central. Sheldon had been reeling after a big loss to Boyden Rock Valley. Playing on your home field, we really thought this was going to be a lot tighter and a lot closer matchup, and instead the Lions got down in the second quarter, then got down again in the fourth quarter, and just could never dig their way back out.
No, and like you say, they just got down. They lost all the momentum. They took the crowd right out of it, and then the turnovers, you know, have mounted even more now with Sheldon's second stringers getting another turnover as 4 on the night. So I mean, it's just one bad thing after another. We just could never get the momentum and anything good going in our way. We did see a little bit in the first quarter and a little bit there in that scoring drive in the third, but nonetheless, not a whole lot tonight.
Greasy goes in motion. Klingenberg will keep. He'll break his way through the middle of the field. Now tries to cut back across to the 45-yard line where he reaches the ball for about a 5 to 6 yard pickup there on first down. And Matt, the Lions, just one of those teams where if we could have played the first and the third quarter, anytime we had the wind at our backs, we were in okay position. But anytime Sheldon had the wind at their backs, they were just explosive.
Yeah, Sheldon took very good advantage tonight of the wind. Klein Hessling had a heck of a game throwing the ball. He put the ball on the money every time he had an open receiver, and they looked very good tonight.
Klingenberg once again on the quarterback carry, knocked down at the line of scrimmage, going nowhere, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And, another player out there that you got to make mention for Sheldon is a guy that we just could not attend for, or we couldn't account for him all night long, and that was just a guy who Kyle Borhave was always in the way. Whether it was offensively or defensively, he just really messed up anything the Lions were trying to do.
Oh, exactly. Being 6'5" on that outside linebacker, you're trying to throw to his side. You got to throw it over his head. He's in your head the whole night. And pass right there thrown out to Trey Murray by Klinkenberg falls incomplete as Sheldon had very good pursuingness on that, and nonetheless going to bring up another punting situation here for the Lions.
Yeah, tough play there. Klingenberg trying to throw that play in the flat there and almost had the linebacker make the interception. Nonetheless, Murray can't make the catch and brings up 4th down and 5. And back on to do the punting duties will be Colton Buss. Stands back at his own 33-yard line, ready to give the ball a boot. He will get a nice high wobbling kick here to the right side. It'll angle out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. 2:15 to go here in the ball game. Clock is on the move with that a 40-point difference. The running clock here, and Sheldon should just have to come out and maybe run a couple plays and be able to take this one out.
Yeah, and Sheldon came in here tonight, like you say, 1-1 in district play. They needed to really find themselves, and so did the Lions. They came in 1-1 also, and Sheldon found themselves. They're going to be moving on here after this game at 2-1 and going to put themselves in familiar territory with, already losing that game to Boyden Hall Rock Valley. But, they're going to set themselves up in a matchup maybe possibly with a Sioux Center in that second spot for the district.
Yeah, they're going to have themselves in good position. Like I said, they already have that loss to Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Central Lyon George Little Rock still has to play them. Sheldon with the sweep out to the outside there on the motion man. Spencer Kuiper on the move, has first down yardage as he finds the corner and gets out of bounds for the first down there. Sheldon will move the sticks and keep the chains alive with just over a minute to play. I don't think Sheldon's going to go in too much of a hurry-up offense. Now they're going to say he was out of bounds shy of the first down marker by a yard, so 2nd down and 1. Ball just across the 35-yard line at the 36. Back in motion is Radke again, or back in the shotgun. He'll hand off right up the middle to the up back. He'll run across the first down marker. He will have enough for first down yardage. Do believe that was Danny Pimentel. Pimentel will have the first down for the Orabs. 30 seconds to play. One more play to run here for the Orabs, possibly. We'll see when they decide to start the clock. And they will wait right to it. So Sheldon does not have to run another play, and it doesn't look like they will. Well, now they're trying to run somebody in here with the second and third teamers in there. 10 seconds to go, and Sheldon has decided to walk it off. That'll do it for the game here tonight as the Sheldon Orabs will come home with a win 47-7 over Central Lyon George Little Rock. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll bring it back with our post-game report and more Central Lyon George Little Rock football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Frontier Bank.
Hi, this is Dave DeNoble. It is a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble & Company PC, Certified Public Accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church, making the memories that are priceless.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like I
the
was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
And we welcome you back here to Dicknall Field, where the Sheldon Orebs have defeated the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions 47-7. And Matt Bixman, we talk about this game here, and it was a tale of quarters out there. And if we could have gotten rid of the second and fourth quarters, the Lions probably would have come away with a win 7-0. But those second and fourth quarters for the Sheldon Orebs, they got the wind at their back, and they definitely knew what to do with it.
Yeah, they definitely set sail right away with the win. You know, they couple of big pass plays to their big receivers on the outside of Murley had a big one, Kane had a big one, and Borhave had a big one, you know, taking in 4 touchdowns on their wide receivers, and then Clinton Hessling putting one on the ground as well. Sheldon definitely showed that they had some speed and we're just on another level from the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions as they come away big tonight with a win here up in Rock Rapids.
Lions came out in this ball game in the first quarter playing right with Sheldon, held them to 2 3-and-outs, possessed the ball throughout most of the first quarter, able to march it down deep into Sheldon territory, worked their way into the second quarter, and then had a costly turnover way down into in Sheldon territory. And the second quarter started, and then Sheldon took off. They scored 20 points in the second quarter. They took that 20-0 lead into the half. Coming out into the third quarter, the Lions got the ball first, marched it down the field, almost took the opening kickoff back, but able to put together a nice drive and punch it in with a 17-yard touchdown catch by Brady right in the back corner of the end zone. Looked as if the Lions had things going in their favor at that moment, like they were about ready to dig their way back into the game.
Yeah, and they did a great job of it, Joel. You know, they come down the field, they march down the field, like you say, in that second position. They punch one in. It's 20-7, and Sheldon's within striking range. We can, you know, the momentum had changed to our side. Things are going in our way, and then once again, Sheldon goes over the top right away early in the third quarter, and then the turnover started to mount for us there late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, after Sheldon gave up that touchdown, they moved the ball a little bit, but had to punt it back to us. The Lions got it back, moved it into the fourth quarter. Once again, the field switched, And then Sheldon was able to turn it on once again, and they racked up 27 points in the fourth quarter. So 47 points for Sheldon in just 2 quarters of play. The Lions are not able to keep pace with that kind of offensive production there for the Sheldon Orbs. They will fall to 1-2 in District 1 play, 1-4 overall. And next on the docket, they're going to make a long road trip. Next Friday night, we're heading to the Pocahontas area. And the Lions definitely have some things to work on before they make that long bus trip.
Oh, exactly, Joel. Anytime you go on a road game in District 1, it's going to be a tough task. Even though Pocahontas hasn't really shown any power so far since they've joined District 1, but as of right now, this Lion team is struggling, and they need to bounce back, and they need to really find who they are. I don't know if they've found their identity yet in this new style format underneath Coach Eben without Coach Lorenzen out there. It's taken a little while for this system of offense and defense, and, there's a lot of changes going on, and they just need to do a little finding of their identity. And I think once their game plan does fall into place, I think they will find a lot of positivity going forward. But right now they look like they're just at a loss, playing a couple of tough teams here early in the year. We've never scheduled anybody that isn't up to par. We've done a great job of scheduling. We have our non-district games. We play tough games against West Lyon and Spencer. Those 2 teams are showing that they've done very well. Start off the year with Sioux Center and Esterville Lincoln Central, and now Sheldon. I mean, the test of what we have to go through in a year is very tough, and so far we haven't been up to the task of taking them teams on.
Well, and the Lions, a young team out there, lots of kids out there with not a lot of varsity experience out there, but in the same aspect, at times they show some really good things. I mean, they do show those spurts of knowing when it's all needs to go together and how to play the game of football, and they really do some really good things at certain points in times. They just can't quite put it all together and put together 4 full quarters of it. And, sometimes when you play good teams like Sheldon, when you put together spurts of offense, it looks okay. But when it's not clicking right, a good team like that pounces on you, and they definitely take advantage.
Well, exactly. You're exactly right, Joel. This team does show very good signs on the offense and defensive side of the ball. And they need to use that, and they need to go forward with that, because that's what it's going to take. They need to just stay very consistent once they get to that level, and they will find success.
Lions with work to do before next week as they go on the road to Pocahontas. They fall here tonight, 47-7 to the Sheldon Orbs. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight. We thank all of our sponsors that you saw throughout the broadcast here tonight. We may invite you to go on in and patronize those sponsors. If nothing else, stop in there and tell them thank you for making Lion football possible here on our Central Lion Broadcast Network. For Matt Bixman, I'm Joel Viss. Have a great weekend, everybody.